Finding out how much traffic your website gets is great to know. However, what's even more insightful is finding out what pages on your website are the ones that are generating the bulk of that traffic. To find out what the most popular pages are on your website, what you need to do is go back to the reports on the left-hand side, and we want to go to behavior, which of course is all about how people behave once they're on our website. And then we want to go to site content and then go to all pages. And then once again, you want to select the specified date range. So for me, I will leave it at the last 30 days, just make sure that has reapplied. And then by default, Google Analytics is going to sort all of your pages in order of the ones that have received the most page views. So we can see for the Google official merchandise store, the most popular page on the whole website is the home page, which currently equates to 17.74% of the total traffic on the site. The second most popular page is the basket, so that would imply that a lot of people are adding things to the basket and are actually purchasing things off the site, which is great if you are Google. On the site content page, we can also see the bounce rate of our pages as well. For those who don't know, the bounce rate is essentially the percentage of people that land on your website and then bounce back to the search results. A high bounce rate indicates that people are not happy with the content they are viewing. There isn't any concrete rule of thumb number that I like to stay under. However, you want to try and make sure your bounce rate is under 80%. If you do see any pages on your website that have a really high bounce rate, for example, such as this one, number 6, this has a bounce rate of 91.55%. That is really high and is a strong indication that people aren't really happy in regards to the content they are viewing. Now, this could be for two different reasons. It could be either number 1, the page isn't a good fit for that person, which can have an implication on the SEO. For example, if someone Googles the word apples, then they land on your page and it's all about bananas, then of course that person is not going to be happy. They're going to hit the back button and find another website. So things like that can have a really big impact on what your bounce rate is. Another contributing factor of having a high bounce rate can be a poor user experience once the person lands on your website. For example, if your website is not mobile optimized and someone on a mobile lands on your website, then they're not going to have a great experience. So looking at a bounce rate can give you a really good idea of exactly what pages you need to improve. Ideally, your most popular pages listed at the top should have the lowest bounce rates, as are the most popular pages on your website. And as you can see, number 1, the home page has a bounce rate of 51%, the basket has a bounce rate of 32%, and then the Google redesign apparel page has a bounce rate of 55%. We do have some really low bounce rate pages below as well. We have 21% right here for the Google sign in page, and we've got a few more 30s towards the bottom of page 1. Another great thing you can do to establish why some of these pages are the most popular on your website is to actually look at the source and medium. Now, what that allows you to do is to figure out where the traffic is actually coming from. When I say where, I'm referring to the source. Is it from a paid ad campaign? Is it from SEO, which would be organic? Is it from another website, which would be classified as referral traffic? To see this data, all we need to do is go to secondary dimension here at the top. Then under acquisition, you want to go ahead and click source/medium. That will add another column to this data and it will let you know exactly where the source of traffic is coming from. In this instance, the source traffic for the Google merchandise store says direct and none. Using the word none is a little bit misleading from Google. A better word to use instead would actually be unknown, as what it means is Google doesn't actually know where the traffic is coming from. Direct traffic is basically when someone goes over to the browser and directly types in the Google URL. It could also come from someone adding a bookmark to the favorites as well and clicking on that bookmark to access your website. To give you a bit of more tangible data and show you exactly how this would typically look on a normal website, I'm going to go into one of my client accounts right here. This is one of the clients we work with called Humax Direct. I'm exactly on the same screen for the site content for all of the pages. I'm going to go ahead and do exactly the same thing. Go into acquisition. I'm going to go into source medium. Google Analytics is then going to add a new column like we can see like so. And as you can see, we can see all the source mediums for all of the most popular pages on the website. We can see that they have this page right here, which is selling one of the Android TV recorder products. The source medium for this is CPC, which is basically paid ads, which is coming directly from Google, which indicates the bulk of the traffic coming to this page is all coming from Google Ads. We have the second most popular page below, which is a Freeview page. The majority of the traffic coming to this page is all coming from Google Organic. So organic refers to SEO, aka this page ranking highly in the Google organic search listings. The same applies to the next most popular pages followed below. Then in number 8, you can see right here, we have the source medium coming from humaxdigital.com, which is actually one of the sister websites. So long story short, what that means is they have another website that they own, and this website is generating them a lot of traffic to the main website. Hence why under source medium, it says referral. Understanding what pages are the most popular on your website and where the traffic is coming from, along with how high or how low the bounce rate is going to give you tons and tons of information that you can make smart business decisions based on. For example, if you find out one of your pages have a high bounce rate, you can then go into that page to address that problem. If you find out one of your pages isn't getting as much traffic as you would like, you could then allocate more marketing budget to increase the traffic for that specific page. Understanding how to interpret this data is really going to help you take your business to the next level. I'll see you in the next one.